Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Netflix had an outage Monday earlier this week, which, again, is perhaps the worst news possible for that company, considering they're a streaming service. They recently stopped their iconic DVD shipment service for the folks who rely on physical media. So now they are 100% streaming. Now, this comes to us thanks to an article in The Verge, particularly a writer by the name of Richard Lawler. And they noted that Netflix customers started to notice error messages around a network connection between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. is that Eastern time earlier Monday this week. They noted a strange quote. I was gonna say I do work in IT. I'd be fascinated to know who's the one who actually creates these error codes, and could they be more inspirational for fun marketing quirks and features? It'd also make it a little more easier for diagnostics. That way, if you only see it on the screen for a second, you can actually think something funny or memorable. Now, in this case, the error code is TVQ/PB/101. Which I know probably correlates to something very, very specific and interesting on Excel or some type of database. A debate for another time. Is Excel a database? We'll talk about that later. Now, they noted that let's see here. The status page on Netflix also failed to show some messages at all. Some kind of showing the perpetual, we're trying to connect, can't connect, going to connect. Now you also have Down Detector showing reports that the outages started at that time, as well as people discussing the issue on Threads, Reddit, and X, and much other social media platforms, which, again, that's not great for marketing, considering your one job in life is to stream entertainment, and now all the social media companies are talking about how you can't do the one thing you're supposed to be doing. Now, I'll be interested to see, at the end of the day, was this Netflix's problem? Was it their ISP, or was it the network's team? As the tale as old as time is, you blame the network team. Fun in fact, usually more often than not, it's not theirs, but it's a kind of traditional cliche scapegoat in IT. Blame it on the network. So it'll be interesting to see who dropped the ball in this regard. But again, when you're the largest, most successful streaming company on the planet, I'm shocked they didn't have more redundancies in place, or they didn't have more mechanisms to prevent having such a large, massive outage. And it'll be interesting to see once the full story comes to the forefront. But again, having a streaming service where the only thing you do in life is stream content, to have an outage in 2023, and nowadays a consumer, the amount of tolerance they have towards that is getting less and less as uptime, aka the amount of time in which a service has been up uninterrupted and successfully operating. It's gotten to the point where it's just not acceptable to not have that anymore. Technology's gotten to the point where you have to have 6 nines of availability, aka something is up and running 99.99999% of the time. So it'll be interesting to see how much of a reliability hit they can take before people start to actually quit, unsubscribe, and go to ulterior forms of streaming. But again, bring a streaming company that isn't streaming, that's got to be the business blunder of the day. Again, thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Don't forget, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December. So if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to give me a little bit of feedback. Let me know how I can make the show better and better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight,